Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this how to play video, I'm going to take a look at the Secret Mech Hybrid Hunter, or a Deathrattle Hunter as it's called in HS replay. It's basically the mech hunter from early days of Rise of Shadows, so the one that runs stuff like Mechanical Whelp, Oblivion, 9 lives, this very heavy value package, but modernized a little bit from what it was 1 month ago. And I knew people had been experimenting with trying to improve its matchups against aggressive decks while still retaining its crushing favorable matchup against Warrior. There are a couple of approaches. One of them is to just do the old-fashioned things with this and use the similar early game as before, and another approach is to try to implement a secret package for the early game of the deck. One player who has done this very well, for example, has been CDC, and I started from CDC's build, but it didn't feel quite right for me, so maybe my playstyle is just a little bit different. I know he has been fairly successful. It's a build that runs stuff like double Secret Keeper, double Ooze, Unleash the Beast, all cards that I ended up cutting in favor of putting in stuff like Harrison Jones, Deadly Shots, Spring Pause. But I also reworked the secret package. And I added Archmage Vargot, which was also missing from that list, so in the end I guess the list turned out to be quite different. But the core idea is still the same. Mechanical Whelp, Oblivion, 9 lives, powerful endgame package, how to get an early game for that. And the early game package that I decided to go for is to run a pair of Spring Pause. I didn't like Secret Keeper. Secret Keeper is quite passive. Sure, when you hit that on one and you get to go with some secrets afterwards, it can sometimes grow a little bit. It can even be a threat, but I just felt that it was too passive, especially if I top deck it a little bit later. Where Spring Paw, because of its rush, it's always useful. You can use that to proc secrets, you can use that to kill off various minions that have survived with 1 health for some reason. In general, just a really flexible card. I really like Spring Paw. I think it's a great card. I also rebuilt the secret package to my liking. 1 explosive, 1 freezing, 1 snipe, double rat trap. Rat trap is just insanely good in the current meta because rogues want to play a lot of cards, mages want to play a lot of cards. There are lots of decks that want to play a lot of cards and they want to trigger your rat trap for you and give you some 6/6 beasts, and I'm all for 6/6 beasts. The secret that didn't end up making the cut was Snake Trap. I did not find those 1/1 snakes particularly useful. I maybe even found them a hindrance in many cases, and I also like to have a little bit tighter secret package with just 4 different secrets. I also found that I sometimes had a little bit of trouble when I had a larger secret package with playing my Subject 9, because you don't play a lot of cards in the early game, so you still have a decent hand size, and then you end up with positions where you can just mill cards with your Subject 9. And Subject 9 of course is insanely good in any deck that has a secret package because it tutors all the secrets away from your deck, it thins your deck, you get the secrets that you can play, and all of the remaining draws that you have are going to be so much better. So obviously I want to run Subject 9, and I found that Subject 9 with 4 different secrets seemed to be the sweet spot for me. I also absolutely wanted to have Deadly Shot in this deck. Deadly Shot, great answer to an early Edwin, great answer to an early Giant, and also Deadly Shot is being replayed by Zul'jin. So when you play Zul'jin, you know that you have some hard removal in that as well. Very, very useful effect. I mean, the deck has hard removal, there's Spider Bomb, and you can even trigger that Spider Bomb with a Fireworks deck, or a little bit later you can play Hornmaster Show into Spider Bomb, you can rush that Spider Bomb in. But I just found that with just those 2 Spider Bombs I didn't have enough hard removal, so I wanted to add in the Deadly Shots. And I also really like Archmage Vargot in this archetype, especially Archmage Vargot and 9 lives. That's just so much value. You get a bunch of mechs to your hand, you trigger their Deathrattles, you get a bunch of effects on the board. It's just incredibly strong. And for weapon removal with Hunter, I really prefer Harrison Jones. I think card draw is generally very useful for Hunter, and I like Harrison Jones against Rogue. It comes at the right time to deal with the Waggle pick. It allows you to draw some cards while at it, and it also gives you that 4 health body, because Rogue is really good at killing 2 health minions. Backstab kills them, SI7 Agent kills them, an Evil Miscreant with a Rush Lackey kills them. They're just really good at dealing with 2 health minions at hardly any cost for themselves. So having a 4 health minion seems like a much better option. And with these changes, I had a great time playing this deck. I think that it's reasonable now against hunters, against rogues. I wouldn't say it's favored, but it doesn't feel too unfavored either, so you actually have a good fight against them. And obviously this deck completely crushes warrior. What's really problematic is token druid. Token druid with tons and tons of tokens, then that's something that seems almost impossible to handle. But overall, the secret package, the deadly shots, give this deck much more game in the current meta than the previous versions. As for the mulligans with this deck, it really depends on what kind of matchup you're playing in. Ursatron is a card that you can keep just about every time. It's not bad against aggro decks, it allows you to tutor for stuff. It's good against control decks, it allows you to tutor for more stuff. So that's great. But other than that, if you're being the aggressor, you're facing something like warrior, you want Ursatron, you want Mechanical Whelp. You just try to find a curve of cards to play, and these high value mech cards as the centerpieces. If you're playing against Rogue, well, Ursatron's still a good keep. You want Rat Trap. Rat Trap really limits Rogue's abilities to function, or if they just ignore it, then that 6/6 truly helps you. And you want to have a Harrison Jones, because of weapon removal. And you can also keep Deadly Shot to react to an early Edwin. Or if you're playing against Mage, then you really want to be able to deal with that Mountain Giant, so Deadly Shot or Spider Bomb together with a Fireworks deck, that also works. In general, you're trying to find a curve to play with emphasis either on removal for matchups where you're on the defense, or emphasis on Deathrattle mechs for matchups where you're being the aggressor. If you enjoyed this content, then please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more. And now, let's go take a look at this Secret Mech Hunter in action. It will force removal at least. Yeah, Hunter on Hunter, but I'm not very favored in this one. Because often, if he is able to deal damage slowly over time on me, then I have to find Ciliax eventually. Or he will be able to chip in enough damage to kill me. That's the typical way. No point for me to coin anything on 1, because then I don't have a play for 2. This should be all about timing a Ciliax here at the right time. Yeah. Well, that's just the point. I need to find the Ciliax. It's not enough to time it, you also need to find it. Well, now I have a bunch of options. He's just going to play Animal Companion next turn, right? I guess I'll still play Snipe here. If I coin 3-drop... Yeah, I don't think that's good enough. I think this is okay. Hold on to the coin a little bit here. See what happens. Create some uncertainty. Secrets always create uncertainty. Oh boy. So it is a Bomb Hunter then. Fine. I don't want to coin Shaw. I think this is the time where I play this. But I always get Huffer. I want to just trade with the Huffer. Because he could also have a tool to kill off the Huffer, like a bomb toss. He can just bomb toss the Huffer and keep the ooze. I don't want that to happen. Yeah, like this bomb toss right here. Well, that's a pretty weak one. I guess it's a Mark Chill on that. What else would I really do? 9 lives. Yes, please, I like 9 lives. Let's do that. So now I have some hard removal, potentially. I have even more hard removal. Once I have used the Spider Bomb, I can 9 lives a Spider Bomb too. So we're getting somewhere over here. I think I want to use a Spider Bomb now. I think that's fine.
I wonder what this does.
Spider Bomb away the War Gear. Yes, 2 cards that were these 3 cards that were discounted by the Galvanizer. So there could be stuff like the Missile Launcher Venomizer things. Although you couldn't play it into a spider bomb, of course. Now you also can't bomb toss the spider bomb. So I have the option to kill off this one over there. What other options do I have? I mean, I can deadly shot that. But now this can be bomb tossed. So I think I'll just trade and play my whelp. And chill here with my whelp. Because then I can do like Shaw if necessary. And then the 7/7 has rush. I can even do Shaw into 9 lives. Then I'll have a pair of 7/7s with rush. So lots of interesting things can happen here. I mean, he can still have stuff like Venomizer, but I can use a freezing trap, right? I've already seen a war gear. I kind of want this one to die. I think this is what I want to do. Is it really what I want to do? Yeah, it is. I want to hit there. I want to play a freezing trap. And I want to discover more 7/7s. I think this is what I want to do. I already saw one missile launcher. He could have missile launcher Venomizer, and then he just would not attack, so that doesn't get frozen. But if he has like only Venomizer, he needs both missile launcher and Venomizer. Well, that didn't do much. I mean, I kind of like this hand. Let's try this. I don't have a lot of threats though, so maybe this is too slow. Maybe I should have went for more mechs. But I have weapon removal. I have minion removal. The main thing that I was thinking about was whether I should mulligan the marked shot. I kind of like the deadly shot Animal Companion Harrison Jones. If this was a mech, then the hand would probably be better. Well, that's a mech at least. It's a pretty slow mech, but it's a mech. I don't want to spend the coin. That's another mech. Okay. We're getting somewhere here. I can't kill a miscreant. Well, I can actually with a deadly shot, if I really want to. If he goes with like prep raiding party miscreant. Blood and plunder. So now I have options on how to kill the Red Corsair. Because I could deadly shot the Red Corsair. Then I don't have an answer to Edwin. But does this look like he has an Edwin coming? To me it does not. But I don't have an answer to a miscreant. Another 1-drop miscreant next turn. What if he just shadow steps it back? But if I spend the coin, I need to deadly shot that. I think this is appropriate. Because I don't expect a big Edwin. I'm not really expecting a miscreant. I do like a snipe. Do I like Flark's Boomzooka? Well, I have most of the Deathrattles in hand already. I think I like snipe. Too bad I can't play it this turn. So that means that now he could play like the green skin, for example. Whoa, I guess he has Nomi in hand. This looks like there's going to be Nomi. This really looks like Nomi is coming. Oh boy. I think he's going to play Nomi in 2 turns. How do I survive that? That's pretty tricky. Always Huffer. Well, I think it's going to be Nomi. Nomi on 7, and I suppose I will die. That's harsh. Because that's the only explanation to that. I can't think of any other explanation than Nomi on 7. It has to be Nomi next turn. It just has to be. And then I guess I will die. He plays Nomi now and I don't have 20 damage. Here comes the Nomi. Yeah, then I died. That was a rough game. Yeah, I have no outs. Snipe isn't even that good against Warrior. Well, now we hit our favorable matchup. Yesterday we beat 75 or 80% of Warriors that I faced. But we'll see how it goes. Obviously Warrior having good cards has more of a chance than Warrior who has bad cards. But let's see. That town cry is really annoying also because it messes up my deadly shot completely. I still think I need to play the Ursatron. He could coin Militia Commander on this. I believe he would. Yep. But I mean, I get a mech. But I needed that mech. So it's going to be Whelp on... It's going to be Whelp on 6. But what do I do until 6? At least I'll play a Snipe. But now there are these weak minions, and they are going to protect any better minions very nicely here. Something I don't really like. I'm going to mill some cards if I play this. I'm going to draw 3. Actually, I'm going to draw 3 cards. I can draw 3 cards. It's fine. I'm not going to mill a card. Cool, then we're playing this one. Because I took out the snake trap so I don't draw... I had some problem overdrawing with the subject 9. Now it's going to be fine. I go to 9 cards in hand, and I thin my deck a lot. This actually worked out perfectly. Hey, I got a great top deck. What do you know? Isn't the 6-mana Twins better than Oblivitron? No, not in this archetype. I mean, I don't have to play the Whelp if I don't want to. I could also play Explosives and Rats. Whelp next turn. Maybe I do want to do this. Get rid of some of these secrets here. Kill those weak minions so that my deadly shots are better. Yeah, let's get rid of weak minions. I mean, I would have the option to Whelp, Tech. But I suppose Whelp is fine here. Just play the Whelp. I have a Snipe, I have a Rat Trap. I don't have a Freezing Trap. Well, he knows I don't have a Freezing Trap. So he could rush. Well, he can't rush and then still use something that would kill a mech. Now it's just a matter of me using my resources in a sensible fashion, so that I don't use them too quickly. Like this is pretty sensible.
Ooh, I wonder what this does.
We make a 7/7. Hero power. And I think I can play a Freezing Trap here. I think this is acceptable now. Vargot's 9 lives can find an Ursatron. It's possible. Did not have to trigger the Rat Trap. Well, keeping pace with everything I can here. Do I want to play the Shaw out there? I kind of do want the pressure. Dino-Medic. It's going to get frozen back to the hand. It's going to deal damage to the Shaw. Then he can finish Shaw off with the Gear Blade. Unless I also play double Spring Paw. Then it might not work. I think I'll do that. This plays around the Dino-Medic a little. Of course there are other things that he can do. Other cards he can use. So now it's either another Militia Commander or it's a Ziliax. So much weapons projecting. But no Harrison. That's good. Playing more Ursatrons makes it more likely that Vargot's 9 lives discovers an Ursatron. Do I even want that? I want to hit him in the face a lot, of course. I don't have non-mechs that I could play here to play around the Dino-Medic. 7 cards in hand. I guess it's acceptable to play an Ursatron out there. Now Dino-Medic is guaranteed to clean up with this if he chooses to go down that path. He chooses not to. Oh, he wins the brawl. It's of course nasty when he wins the brawl. I guess I'm marked. No, I'm deadly shotting that. Then I choose between the Whelp or the Animal Companion. I guess I'm playing the Whelp here. But I could play Whelp later with a Fireworks deck. But Companion is easy to get rid of. Right now was 9 lives a Whelp. I'll play the Whelp. Let's do the Whelp. I think this is okay. He could of course have another Omega Devastator in hand. He has a pretty sizable hand there. So another Omega Devastator would be the perfect answer. He did have another Omega Devastator. And this one is going into freezing. No, it can't go into freezing trap anymore. He still has another Brawl, some Warpaths. Do I just empty my hand of these spells now? I'll do Marked Shot here. We can pick up an Explosive Shot. But this deals damage to a minion, so it could also deal damage to my minions. I don't want that. I rather want a Misdirection, I believe. So I'll kill off this one. I'll deadly shot that one. And I'll play the Animal Companion. And it's always Huffer. And Huffer's always going face. There's another Brawl left. There's a bunch of random mechs. Dino-Medic is nice, of course. I don't think he should have hit me in the face, though. I think he wanted to save the weapons project. But fine. Now is the time for me to go Vargot into 9 lives. And pick up a Whelp here. But I can't play another spell because I want Vargot to play 9 lives. So it's either Ursatron or it's a Whelp. It's a Whelp. Nice. We don't have any Deathrattles here. But Warpath doesn't quite clean this up. I've seen both Omega Devastators. I've seen both Militia Commanders. I've seen both Shield Slams. There's 3 random mechs though. So those might prove to be an answer.
What is my purpose?
But his answer is to try with the brawl. So which minion wins the brawl? Vargot wins the brawl. That is really interesting. Because that means that I'm going to cast 9 lives again. And grab Whelp again. I'm going to play that Whelp out there too. So now I have seen both brawls. Whelp or Ursatron? Ah, just an Ursatron. Well, you can't always get the Whelp. It was 50-50. It was better for the Whelps. Rush, Unseen Saboteur. So if I played Zul'jin here, well, do I have lethal? 9, 10, 11. 9, 10, 11. These are magnetic. That's lethal. I had such nice plans to do sweet things, but I didn't have to do them. I made it to do a keep like this. Spring Paw. Well, I have a Spring Paw too. Yeah, I think we're going for a Spring Paw battle. Because he probably has stuff like Scavenging Hyenas. And I don't want him to be able to buff them up. Let's see. Now if he gets Hover, at least Hover dies. But it's not a Hover. I'm so sad. And if that's snakes, then he just runs into my freezing. He just runs into my explosive trap. Maybe the explosive trap was a mistake. I need to play the Ursatron here. Because he would very much like to have a snake trap. But now this is looking much better. All of a sudden. Because I can trigger the snakes. And I want to trigger the snakes. There are no snakes. Rat trap? I don't want to play a freezing trap. I don't want to... Actually, explosive trap was played first, so this one dies first, right? I can't remember how the... For some reason, I can't remember how the interaction works. Let's see. I think this gets blown up, and the freezing trap is left intact because it dies. Because of the order. Yes, that's the way it worked. It worked how I thought it would, and that's nice, because I really needed it to work like that. I would have been in a lot of trouble if it didn't. Well, now we get to see if there's a random snipe. There is a random snipe. Okay. Well, I thinned my deck. Because this was not snakes, then I'm pretty sure that this is a rat trap. 5/5, eh? But I don't want to proc his rat trap. Am I going to let this one get frozen? I mean, he could of course also Dire Frenzy it, if I do nothing. But what if he has the stealth minions? If he had them, he would have used them already, right? I think I'll do it like this. Get my own rat trap out there. He doesn't dare to play 3 cards. I'm quite confident about that. I don't dare to play 3 cards either. He does have the Strangleton Tiger. Okay. Well, I guess I messed that one up then. That's tough. Because now he gets to Dire Frenzy the Tiger. Then there will be A-dates with stealth. Even though that Tiger could get frozen. But it doesn't even get frozen because he has the links. So he gets to push 8 to my face. Why do you just freeze it in your hand? What good does that do? That one I don't really know about. I'm quite sure this is a rat trap, but... yeah. Well, it can't be a freezing trap, I have already attacked. He could have a Zul'jin, place animal companions and stuff. Yes, 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 yes to that fireworks deck. That was a big deal. Spider Bomb here. What if it's an explosive trap? What if it's a misdirection? I should have attacked first, right? I guess this is fine.
Ooh, I wonder what this does.
Yeah, I should have just attacked. No, if I attacked first and it was explosive trap, then I would have lost the whelp. I needed to magnetize first. So, deadly shot coming in. 2 deadly shots. So if he has Zul'jin for next turn, he gets another pair of deadly shots. So I need to think carefully about the Zul'jin possibility. Zul'jin gives him Animal Companion and 2 deadly shots. How do I deal with that? I deal with that with 9 lives, discovering a whelp. I have the option to play Vargot into 9 lives. That might also discover a Spider Bomb. There's a chance that this one would even die. Or then I need to trade into it. But 9 lives to discover a whelp. And then just play that whelp. Is pretty good against deadly shots too. And unleash the beast. I think I want that. 9 lives for whelp. Play the whelp. Trade with this. Go face with this. So I don't give him the scale height heals. I don't put a minion to 5 health, in which case it can be killed with an Unleash the Beast, if he plays Zul'jin here. There's going to be 2 deadly shots. There's going to be the Beast. But now there's a chance that the deadly shot hits the whelp. And none of these are down to 5 health. So none of these can be killed with the Wyvern. Well, the deadly shots did not hit what I wanted them to hit. That's tough when that happens. He has Rat Trap and he has Snipe. He has a pair of Unleash the Beasts in hand. Snipe... Well, if he plays a minion, then Snipe can still do things. I think all things considered, this is the best I can do here. Pretty unhappy about the deadly shots. Both deadly shots missing the 2-2 in order to get to this board state. I know he has Unleashed the Beast, of course. I mean, I can kill that with a Spider Bomb if I want to. Or I can go with Vargot into 9 lives. This might or might not die. He plays another one. He plays Dire Frenzy on this, so it can kill the 7/7. Does that really answer Vargot 9 lives board? I don't think it really answers Vargot 9 lives board. We're going in with this. Which one do I get? I get another mechanical whelp. I like that. That was nice. So now he can turn this into an 8/8 and he can have a 5/5, but I have a lot of 7/7s and I have seen 2 deadly shots by now. So can he really clean up? They could be Unleash and Timberwolf, but there's still Snipe and there's Rat Trap. So if he plays Timberwolf first, it dies. If he plays 3 cards, I get a 6/6 Rat. So that's a lot to think about. Why use the marked shot instead of simply using the hero power though? He's at 13 and I have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Weehee. Here we go. And we take down another one of these hunters. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.